We can start the program, sir.
Okay. Sir, ஒரு ஆன்லைன் எப்படி முடிச்சோம். ஓகே வந்துடுறேன் போருங்க. Okay, sir. I'm ready.
Jackson?
Jackson,
Okay,
sir.
bro.
Shall I start?
Okay, sir. Jackson, you can start.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, okay. So, dear participants, respected professors from various colleges and research scholars from various institutions, a very good afternoon to you one and all present here. PG and Research Department of Mathematics, V.O.Chidambaram College organizes an online faculty development program on mathematics and its applications from today. So first of all, I would like to place my sincere thanks to all for showing interest to participate in this faculty development. So now I request our HOD in charge, Associate Professor of Department of Mathematics, Dr. R. Balakrishnan, to give his address.
A very good afternoon to all. It's a pleasure to welcome all of you to this program. I welcome all research scholars who are participating in this program from our college. And I welcome our faculty members who have also joined this program. I know more than 25 scholars are participating and following this program through YouTube. I welcome them also. So our PG and Research Department of Mathematics proudly organizes the online faculty development program on mathematics and its applications. It's a week-long program. Today, this Wednesday, we are starting the program. This will continue till next Wednesday. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude to our Honorable Secretary, Sri A.P.C. Chokkalingam, and our convener and the principal of our college, Dr. C. Veerababu, and our head of the department, Dr. Nagarajan, for having given their permission to conduct this week-long FDP program. During this program, eminent professors like Dr. Magadevan from Gandhigram Rural Institute, Dr. Kala of Manonmanim Sundarnar University, Dr. Sivanyanam from Women, Dr. Maruday from Bharatdasan University, Dr. Nagarajan from SRNM College, Dr. Palani from APC Mahalakshmi College are going to deliver their thoughts on various recent topics. And finally, on the last day, I think, Mr. Victor Rajan of BOC Portrust will also deliver his address. Just 6 months ago, I think we conducted a week-long FDP program like this, and so within a short period, we are again conducting the faculty development program, and our organizing secretary, Dr. Jackson, is doing all these things. He is making sincere efforts. He is giving us technical, mental, and moral support to conduct this program. I appreciate his efforts. And now I would like to introduce our today's resource person, Dr. Magadevan. Presently, he is working in the Department of Mathematics, Gandhigram Rural Institute. His educational qualifications are MSc, MPhil, MTech, and PhD. He has served for more than 25 years in various universities, colleges, including Anna University of Technology, Tirunelveli. He held the positions of HOD of Mathematics at St. Peter's College, Avadi, Chennai, HOD of Mathematics at Dr. Sivandhi Adityanar College of Engineering, Tiruchendur, HOD of Maths at Anna University of Technology, Tirunelveli. He has also visited foreign universities like University of Singapore, University in Malaysia, Bangkok University, Thailand, Donburi Rajabhat University, Thailand, and he has delivered lectures in these foreign universities also. He has published more than 100 research papers in national and international journals. He has chaired more than 130 conferences, seminars in various centers of excellence. He has written 3 books on engineering mathematics. He has also written a textbook on calculus. So far, he has produced 8 PhD scholars. 8 candidates have been awarded PhD degrees. And now he is guiding 4 scholars for PhD. He has guided more than 50 MPhil scholars in their dissertation. He is also a reviewer for International Journal of Applied Graph Theory. He has served as member of Board of Studies in various universities and colleges, and served as NSS, RRC, and YRC coordinator at Anna University. He has also been honored with various awards and medals. In 2019, he got the Lifetime Achievement Award from the High Court Judge of Chennai. And at V.V. College for Women, Virudhunagar, he was awarded Best Scientist Award during the academic year 2016-17. He also received Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Award for Scientific Excellence in 2015. He received Mother Teresa Gold Medal Award for the outstanding contribution towards research by the University of Agriculture Science, Bangalore. He received Best Faculty Award for the academic year 2013-14 from Coimbatore. That is, he got this award from the UGC chairman Dr. Rajashekaran Pillai at Nehru Gardens, Coimbatore. He received a Bharat Jyoti Award by the governor of Tamil Nadu in 2012. He also received Shiksha Richan Puraskar Award from the governor of Arunachal Pradesh, J.J. Singh, in 2011. He also got first rank and gold medal in BSc degree, maybe from V.O.C. College, I think. He got first rank in MSc degree also. He is an alumnus of V.O.C. College. And he got university second rank in MPhil from Manonmaniam Sundarnar University. So our resource person is the most talented personality. So the participants are really lucky to hear his lecture. So I ask all participants to make the most of this occasion. Once again, I welcome all participants, one and all. Have a wonderful afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you, respected Balakrishnan, sir. So it's time to give the lecture from our Magadevan, sir. Sir, please.
Yeah. Thank you very much for a nice introduction. First of all, I would like to thank the Almighty and the Secretary Dr. APC Chukkalingan sir and the Principal Dr. C. Veerababu sir and the entire Department of Mathematics at V.O.C. College, Thoothukudi, for giving me the opportunity to share something about the exploration of various graph parameters in our reality. This is an FDP program. So this is not just like in a conference or seminar, just one person sitting and putting PPT, keep on doing something. So this is not not like that. It is a faculty development program. I must express. I must. It should be an interaction mode. It should be an interaction mode. Before that, let me say, science has got different branches, right? Physics, chemistry, zoology, botany, computer science, electrical, electronics. So many branches of science are there. Every branch of science has got its application. Physics has one type of application. Chemistry has one type of application. So every branch of science has got its excellent application. So mathematics is also one branch of science. It has got direct, fantastic application. Again, among mathematics, different areas are there, right? Analysis, algebra, topology, function analysis, numerical methods, image processing, parallel computing, stochastic process, many different varieties of areas are there in mathematics. Out of all that, there is one area called graph theory, which has got fantastic direct real life application. Say there is no need to, if you want to do research in graph theory, you can directly enter. Just you know what is graph, what is a vectors, what is it. That's enough. Here there is no open set, no closed set, no continuous function, no uniform function, nothing else. The subject graph theory deals with vertices and edges, right? Vertices and edges. Why we need graph theory? Because of its tremendous application, graph theory has played a vital role as far as application side is concerned. Whatever may be the problem that you are going to face. Today we are facing many problems in our life, right? Either physical problem or mental problem, whatever the problem that you are going to face, that can be solved with the help of graph theory. Only thing is, you must know how to convert your real life problem into mathematical language or mathematical modeling. That's all. Whatever may be the physical problem, I don't bother about it. You take any physical problem in your life, you have to convert your physical problem into a mathematical language or a mathematical modeling or a graph modeling. Then, with the help of the existing algorithm or new algorithm, you can solve it, get the result, and interpret that the physical situation. That is a beauty. Mr. Jackson, I'm audible?
Yes, Professor.
Okay, okay. Right. Now, how to convert the reality into graph model? Of course, graph theory has got again different parameters are available in graph theory. One is domination theory, other is a chromatic number, other one is a decomposition theory. Again, graph theory, many different areas are there. Depending upon the nature of the problem, you choose a particular parameter and apply that particular parameter to the real life problem, solve it, get the result, and interpret that with the physical situation. I will repeat, whatever may be the problem that you are going to face, first you convert the physical problem into mathematical language or mathematical modeling by way of vertex and the edges. Then you will get a beautiful graph structure, right? Then choose the particular parameter, either dominating set or chromatic number or a pseudochromatic number or decomposition number or triple connected domination, whatever may be the parameters. There is a few technical time, you forget about it. You take a particular parameter, apply that particular parameter to the graph theoretical representation of the real life problem, solve it, get the result, and that is a solution of your real life problem. See, the beauty of the graph theory is because of its tremendous application. See, everything is possible with the help of mathematics, especially graph theory. Almost all branches of mathematics nowadays converges to graphs because of its application. There is one area topology. Now people are doing graph from topology, graph from algebra, graph from fuzzy sets, graph from neural networks, graph from transportation, graph from assignment problem, and graph from many things. Why we need graph theory? Is it feasible? Is it optimal? Is it safe? The answer is yes, because of its excellent mathematics behind it. The backbone of this technology is the graph theoretical modeling of many real life problems. So before that, think of the following. Say any new concepts need application. The beauty of the graph theory is first you tell the application, from that application you coin the definition. So the definition of any mathematical concept or a mathematical theory from the application. Let you just to see the following situations. Fast and safe communication. How? How to face a social network problems. Land surveying. How to use an effective method. Electrical communication network. Shortest way. School bus routing. Optimum way. Security problems in many ways. IoT. Internet of Things. Cloud computing. Economics. Medical field. Acupuncture. Image processing. Parallel computing, computer communication network, chemistry, physics, agriculture, routing of vehicle in delivery systems, rail networks, road network, ship network, supply chain management, etc. So these are all the various branches. These are the problems. These are the areas that needs a solution, that can be solved with the help of graph theory only. All the above problems can be very easily and efficiently solved using graph theory. We may wonder, sir, you are telling that graph theory is used here, graph theory used there, but tell me the situation where we use the graph theory. For that, we need some technical terms. Those who are from graph theory background or something know the basic definition, forget about it. For others, I will explain the definition in some later part, then we'll go to the problem. Say my objective is here not to derive some problems or not to prove something. Just I want to emphasize a situation where we use the concept of graph in reality. That's all. Right? I'm not here to derive something or prove something. Some of the practical problems that we are facing today is how to reach a particular place in a shortest way. You see the problem. You forget about the mathematics. Just I'm telling the situation of the problem. How to reach a particular place in a shortest way. How to run a software company or any company in a more effective way. That means maximize the profit or minimize the loss, right? If always our objective is to maximize the profit or minimize the loss. How to identify a particular location in an unknown places. That is a location identification, nothing but a Google map, right? Because of the Google map, we can travel anywhere in the world. We don't bother about the others. Okay, the Google will help you. You take the mobile, put a starting point, then put an ending point. The Google will provide a shortest path. You can just move. There, how it is possible? It is possible because of the excellent mathematics behind it. Nothing but graph theory. How to safeguard our country from enemies? Say, I am posing some questions. Just to think it of. How to safeguard our country from enemies? How many minimum number of radars are required to monitor the entire system? How many minimum number of police stations are required to safeguard our particular area? How many minimum number of cell phone towers are required? How to develop a model village? So these are all the practical problems that we are facing, right? Minimum number of cell phone towers, minimum number of police station, minimum number of radars required, minimum number of security persons, minimum number of silicon chips to safeguard. These are all the problems. How to solve it? Your physics, your chemistry, your biology will never solve the problem. Of course, I'm not going to discourage that particular subject. Even physics has got excellent application, chemistry has got an application, but out of all that, mathematics has got excellent, direct, fantastic real life application. Because of its application only, nowadays graph theory plays ranks among the top most prominent areas of research. Then again come to how to affect the usage of your Facebook, functions of WhatsApp, to develop a chemistry lab in an optimum way. You may think, sir, what is the connection between chemistry lab and mathematics? Yes, there's an excellent connection between development of chemistry lab using mathematics. To safeguard a particular place by deploying a security persons, assigning a frequency channel, and deploying a military cell phone tower problem. These are all the areas that needs solutions, right? Right? These are the areas that needs a solution. Now you see the Google map, how it works. Just to switch on your brain, how the Google map works. Graph theory is used to find the shortest path in a road or any network. In Google map, various locations are represented as vertices or nodes, and the roads are represented as the edges, right? If there are different places, For example, Trichy, Delhi, Madurai, etc. So different places are the vertices. If there is a road or path is available connecting from one point to other point, you can join an edge. In this way, Google Map is developed. Graph theory is used to find the shortest path between two nodes, that means between two vertices. So you are from your mobile, you are putting the starting point. From your mobile, you are putting the destination point. This is one vertex, it is called a node, and it is another vertex called a node. Between these two, many different nodes are available and different paths are available. Google will provide a shortest path. How it is possible? It is an excellent mathematics behind it. I will come to the later part. Graph theory is a very useful tool in operation research also. There are some operation research problems that can be solved using graphs. In transportation problem, when we need to minimize the transportation cost or maximize the profit, then the graph theoretical approach is very much powerful tool. You got to minimize the cost or minimize the loss or maximize the profit. With the help of graph theoretical approach, you can find an excellent solution. It is also used in different assignment problems, such as assigning a different people to different job, manage of timetable for school as well as colleges. Nowadays, Google Map is a very useful tool for traveling anywhere in the world, right? We don't panic, we don't bother about the others. You can travel anywhere in the world with the help of Google. Using Google Map, we can travel all routes from any place to any other place and also find the shortest route. In case of a Google Map, we can consider the places as the vertices of a graph and the routes are the edges. So you visualize or you think the Google Map in terms of a graph, as the nodes are the vertices, the lines are joined at the edges. Using the software of the Google Map, it is possible to find the edges between these two places or the vertices and also gives the shortest edge as a shortest path. Not only Google Map. Say that's why I already told you. Na? So graph theory is not only giving solution for electronic item, but also dealing with human beings. So we are human being, right? Our brain contains billions of neurons are there. Today I may be a good friend of you, tomorrow I may be a wrong friend of you. Why? Because in between the gap, you may receive many information. Today, the moment Mr. X is a good friend of Mr. Y, after 1 hour, Mr. X is a bad friend or enemy of Mr. Y. It is possible because of within that 1 hour, he can receive many information about Y, whether it is good or wrong. So immediately we can change our thought. Okay. So the concept of graph theory or various parameters of graph theory can solve the problems related to human being, that is social network problem. One of my favorite applications of graph theory is finding the most important person in a social network or a group of people. Say the most important person in a social network theory. It varies from person to person. According to one particular person, a great scientist is maybe a good most important person. According to some other person, cine actor is the most important person. According to some other point of view, a priced or something else is the most important person. According to some other person, the rich man is the most important person. So it is not a well defined, right? Not well defined. So graph theory is an excellent tool for solving many social network problems. There we choose the different parameter depending upon the problem. This can be done by representing each person by a vertex and each personal connection by an edge, right? Each person can by a vertex and each personal connection by an edge. Then You can calculate the degree centrality, closeness centrality, betweenness centrality, or many other type of centrality, depending upon what you mean by the most important person. I'm telling that the most important person varies from person to person. According to one particular person, one particular point is the most important one. According to other person, other particular point is most important. So that is called a centrality, closeness or degree centrality. So you can apply various parameter. You can from this social network, you by way of vertex and the edge, you convert the reality to graph model, and you choose the particular centrality, applying that, get the result that will give the excellent solution to social network theory. Not only social network theory, web designing, graph theory is used to model the website designing process also. Here the web pages are represented by the vertices, and the links between them are by edges. So the web pages are the vertices, where cities or points or the cities or particular places are the vertices, and the distance between from one city to other edge. Here it is something different. The web pages are represented by the vertices, and the links between them, that means there is a link joining from one web page to other pages. Okay, the links between them are represented by edges in the graph. In graph theory, such a graph is called a complete bipart graph. I will come to the later part. Those do not know something about the basic concept, I will come to the later part. Facebook completely depends upon graph theory. Facebook model the users and their connections with their friends in a graph structure. Road network. A road network can be modeled with intersections as the vertices and the structures of road between them as edges. This is how Google Maps, for example, computes the best route for you to travel. Not only this, air, train, ship, everything controlled by graphs, right? Nowadays, you may think that the job of the pilot is the toughest one. Not like that. The job of the pilot is just a pilot just sitting in the flight or something else. If you want to travel from say from India to US, at the entry point he put the starting point as Chennai airport and the ending point is some other airport. The Google will provide an excellent platform and it show the shortest part. The job of the pilot is just to keep on and only for takeoff and landing. So, the job of the particular pilot is very simple because of excellent mathematics, especially graph theory concept behind it, behind the Google map. Sir, how it works? It's a different area. For that, you need some technical term. So the as far as this FD program is concerned, just my actually my intention is just to place to put some real life situation and see how the particular parameter of a graph is useful to solve. That is more important. For example, now nowadays people are telling that the graph is used here, here, here. Don't like that. So as a teacher, don't say that this concept is used in image processing, this concept is used in parallel computing, this concept is used in network theory. Don't tell like that. A layman can do it. As a teacher, as a researcher, you cannot tell like that. You must explain the situation. Sir, this is a real life situation. This is the graph theoretical representation of the real life problem. And this is the parameter, say dominating set or domination number or connected down or whatever number. So this is for this reality, for this particular graph, you choose this particular parameter, applying it, get the result. This is a number that is the correct way of telling the application part. For example, just I will give some see the particular part. You see, just to go through the PPT. A college is currently offering the classes C1, C2, etc. CN. and needs to schedule final examinations so that whenever there is a student taking classes CA and CJ, the examinations in these two classes must be given at different time periods, right? It's a really problem. There are n number of classes are there, n number of examinations are there. A particular student can able to apply all the examination. Overlap should never occur. How to put a timetable? It's a really problem. How to solve your problem? Your physics and your chemistry and your math, your biology, no, they will never solve the problem. Mathematics, especially graph theory, has got a fantastic solution to the real problem. Sir, how to solve the problem, sir? Very simple. You convert this in terms of graph by way of vertex and the edges. Applying, choose any one pair. That is my heading. My topic of the FD problem is various graph parameters in reality. So depending upon the nature of the problem, you choose one particular parameter. The parameter may be anything, right? Depending upon the nature of the problem, you choose one particular parameter. The parameter may be a chromatic number. That parameter may be a domination number. That parameter may be a connected domination number. That parameter may be a triple connected domination number. Whatever, there are say thousands and more than 1,000 different types of parameters are available. So, what is your problem? What is your graph theoretical representation of your relay problem? First, you decide. First, you convert your reality into graph model. Then choose the particular parameter, apply that parameter, get the result, and you can transfer that result to the physical situation. Now come to the problem. So a particular college is offering n number of classes. Whenever there is a student taking classes CI and CJ, whatever may be the I and J, the examinations in these two classes must be at different time periods, right? Now the question is, what is the least number of time periods required? It's a real life problem. Graph theory has got excellent solution technique. Say for a graph, yeah, for solving this problem, we choose one particular parameter. For that, I need some fundamental definition. Let me go through it. A subset V is said to be independent means what? No two bits are adjusted. Okay. Take a graph G from V comma E. Under assumption that you know something about the graph. Say in a colloquial language, graph is a thing but some collection of vertex and the edges. You forgot about the exact definition. Okay. Some collection of some vertex and the edges. You take a set S, subset of vertices. If no two vertices in set are adjacent, then we say that it is an independent set. Okay. The independence number beta, nothing but the maximum cardinality. Okay. Independent sets are not unique. It is possible to find more than an independent set. Okay. You choose a maximum cardinality that is called independent number. Now come to the problem, the timetable allocation problem. You can construct from the real life problem of how to allocate a minimum number of time periods into graph as, let if there are n classes, put n vertex. Okay, says v1, v2, v3, v etc, v4 n. So we construct a graph with vertex set as v1, v2, etc, vn. Let vi, vj belongs to the edge set, means if and only if there is at least one student enrolled in both the classes CA and CJ. Say V1, V2, V3, etc. V are the vertices. How to join an edge? The edge VI, VJ is an edge. It is possible means at least one student enrolled in both the classes CA and CJ. Note that the set of classes assigned to any one of time period has a property that no two of its corresponding vertices are adjusted. The minimum time scheduling problem involves the partition of V into sets of this type. That means the vertex set into that will independent number. Okay, the minimum independent number is a solution. So that means you are giving one of the real life problem. Now I'm telling that how to convert your area into graph model. As if n classes are there, put n vertex. How to join an edge? If a particular student enrolled two subjects, you can join, other don't join, yes. Then you can find independent set. What is independent set? No towards adjacent. Then find independence number, the solution of that independence number. You know it is a number. That number is minimum time period required. So so this is a real life problem, right? So the real life problem can be solved with the help of graph using the parameter independence number. That's why I'm repeatedly telling, yeah, many varieties of graph parameters are available. Depending upon the nature of the problem, you choose a parameter. Say for this problem, I choose the parameter as independence number. Yeah, another one is a development of chemical lab. How to develop a chemical lab? Suppose that the vertices of a graph G represents the different kinds of chemicals needed in some manufacturing process. For each pair of chemicals that might explode if combined, there is an edge between the corresponding vertices. Okay, say in a chemistry lab, certain chemical may be mixed, certain chemical may not be mixed. If if we put two chemicals in a particular bottle, if reaction occurs, don't put the two different chemicals in the same bottle. Okay. Now the question is, what is the minimum number of storages are required? Say in a particular college, say V.O.C. college wishes to establish a chemistry lab. Okay, the chemistry lab consisting of varieties, more than 1,000, 2,000 varieties of chemicals. In order to develop or establish a chemistry lab, we need bottles. Okay. Now the question is, how many minimum number of bottles are required? We cannot mix all the chemicals in particular bottle. It will get overlap. Some of the chemicals may be mixed because no reactions may occur. Now, depending on situation, how to find the minimum number of bottles? It's a real life problem, right? It's a real life problem. How to solve this real life problem, sir? Very simple. You convert this into graph model by way of vertex and the edges. If 1,000 chemicals or 1 lakh chemicals are available, put 1 lakh vertex. If one chemical get reacted with the others, don't join in edge. Otherwise, join in edge. In this way, you can find the graphical representation. Then you find the chromatic number. The chromatic number. This is the way of expressing or converting real to graph model. For this situation, instead of independence number, go for chromatic number. For those who do not know the subject graph theory, just I'm telling what is chromatic number. Chromatic number means you have to give color to the vertices of a graph in such a way that adjacent vertices do not receive same color. Okay, the chromatic number means what? Chromatic number means the minimum number of colors required to color all the vertices of a graph in such a way that adjacent vertices do not receive same color. That is a chromatic number. So you obtained the reality, that is the graph model from the chemistry lab. Then you find the chromatic number, and that is the solution. So for this particular problem, the parameter chromatic number plays a vital role. Then medical field. Graph is also used in medical field. Say men or women, our human anatomy can be converted in terms of graph. Say our joints are the vertices. If there is a nerve connecting from one joint to other joint, it is a vertex, it is edge. Say in our human body, either men or women, many joints are there. Okay, our body consisting of bones, joints and bones. Okay, many different joints are there. So the joints are the vertices. If a bone or nerve is connecting from one point to one joint to other joint, put an edge. In this way, you can obtain a beautiful graph structure. Then depending of the nature of the graph, you can find it. It is very much useful in the doctor to perform operations. Nowadays, the graph theoretical approach is very much useful for the surgeons to perform many surgeries, especially cancer-related surgeries, even bypass surgery, kidney removal, kidney transplantation, our nervous system, brain, even brain. We have got excellent different techniques. Based upon the technique, you can apply it, get the result. That result is very much useful for the surgeon to perform the operation. There are a lot of research papers are available in literature, graph theoretical approach to perform surgeries. The components of the nervous system and their interactions are characterized as networks and are mainly represented as graphs where thousands of nodes are interconnected. Graph theory is a mathematical framework that helps to put the interconnection of the human brain of an anatomical network into perspective. Let us quick some recollection. I think it is not necessary. Okay. I think all are from at least know something about the graph. I can skip the slide. What is graph? Simple graph, multi-graph, under the assumption that you know. Okay, spanning means the vector set are same, and edge may not that there is a spanning graph. Click means a complete subgraph. Degree of a vector. Say another 5 minutes. Just you recollect some of the basic fundamental definitions which are needed for our further discussions. Just I will recap the definitions, some 5 or 6. Okay, what is the degree? The degree of a vertex means what? The number of edges inside the particular square degree. Regular graph means degree are all the same. Cubic graph means degree 3, and there is a bipart graph. So bipart graph means the vertex set is partitioned into two disjoint subset, say V1 and V2, such that if an edge exists, then the edge connects a point of V1 to connects a point of V2, vice versa. It's called a bipartite graph. And bipartite domination. You forget about the concept of, you forget about the technical term domination and all. Of course, the definition of a dominating set and the domination number come from the application side. I will come to the later part of the application side. For this bipartite domination number plays a vital role for dealing many human-related problems. Suppose if a particular college, if for example V.O.C. college, the principal of the V.O.C. college wishes to conduct a NSS camp in some remote part of the village. Now the principal asks the NSS coordinator, you conduct an NSS camp with the minimum cost. He put only one condition. All the skills of V.O.C. college should be transported to the village people. Now it is a headache of the NSS officer to choose the students. He cannot choose all the thousands. Suppose the V.O.C. college students, more than 5,000 students are there. He cannot invite all the 5,000 students because accommodation, food, everything is problem. Okay, and the NSS officer can never choose arbitrarily completely boys or completely girls, or depending upon his wishes, he cannot choose because the principal condition all you have to choose a minimum number of students in such a way that all the skills of the college of V.O.C. college should be transferred to the village people. It's a really problem, sir. Right? You may wonder, sir, how this real life problem can be solved with the help of graph theory? Yes, there is a excellent solution for this real life problem via graph theoretical approach. Very simple. The NSS officer take a very big sheet. Then if 5,000 students are available, put 5,000 vertex. Say the vertices are in one set and the skills are in other set. A particular student has got different skills. So all the students are in one side and the corresponding skills are other side. How to join an edge? If a particular student knows particular skill, join an edge. If a particular student knows many skills, join an edge. In this way, you can obtain a beautiful graph structure. See the PPT? Say it is called a bipart graph. That's why I'm telling the definition of bipart. What is bipart graph? Say see the graph, vertex set, is partitioned into two disjoint subset such that if an edge exists, that edge connects a point of V1 to a connects a point of V2, vice versa. Say Ramu, Somu, Kala, Marathi, Kumar, Peter, for etc. All students at one side. Biologist, cook, communication, etc. other side. Biologist means he is not a biologist. Cook, computer means a doctor means he is not a doctor. He should know something about the first aid, right? Musician means he should know something about the music. That part. So Somu knows two skills. So Somu is joined by you put an edge from Somu to biology, Somu to computer. Ramu knows four skills join edge. So in this way, you can convert the reality into graph model. Now you choose a maximum degree vector from the left side. What's the maximum degree? 4. You choose that particular vertex. Because of this particular person, 4 skills are developed, right? Now you delete all the edges adjacent to Ramu. Next, you choose a maximum degree vertex. That particular boy is selected. So because of that particular boy, some different types are saturated. Keep on proceed. Within a fraction of time, everything is saturated. Then you will have a minimum number of vertices, right? You put all the bits in your back. That back is a set. That set is a dominating set. Say you find the number, so that number is sufficient. So the headache of the NSS officer is over. Now the NSS officer just to draw the graph, convert the real life into mathematical modeling. Then he apply the condition, applying the concept of bipartite domination number, and you get the bipartite domination number. And the solution of this real life problem is nothing but finding their domination number. Of course, he called a bipartite. Since it is a bipartite graph, I call that a bipartite number. The solution of this real life problem is nothing but finding the domination number of the graph theoretical representation of the real life problem. Yeah, here, so in the first, I'm telling that independence number. Second, chromatic number. Third, domination number. Again, another is a chromatic number plays a vital role as far as many applications are there. For example, suppose there are some broadcasting companies. Say there are n, suppose assume that there are n broadcasting companies have applied to the minister to get frequency channel. Now it is a headache of the minister to allocate different frequency. He cannot allocate all the 100. Suppose, for example, 1 lakh companies are applied to get the frequency channel. Whether the minister is whether it is possible to allocate one different 1 lakh frequency channel, not possible. Now the question is, how many minimum number of frequency channels are required in such a way that entire thing should get satisfied? It's a really problem, right? How to solve the problem? Very simple. The solution of this real life problem is nothing but finding the chromatic number of the graph theoretical representation of reality. I repeat, the solution of this real life problem is nothing but finding the chromatic number of the graph theoretical of real life problem. So how to convert this into graph? Very simple. So for that we are putting in assumptions. Suppose sometime if for establishing a broadcasting companies, they need transformers, right? They need transformers. Suppose company C1 install one transformer, and company C2 is other transformer. If these two company transformers less than particular kilometer, for example 50 kilometer, overlap occurs. Then for these two companies we got to assign different channel, right? So we put the one condition that if two companies transmitters are within 200 kilometer of each other, they cannot be assigned the same frequency since there will be too much of interference. So the 200 is my assumption. So I am putting assumption that if two companies transmitters are less than 200 kilometer, they cannot be assigned different frequencies. Now the minister wishes to assign as small as number of different frequencies as possible, taking this interference into account. So how to convert? Very simple. If there are 6 companies, put 6 vertex. If one company's transmitter is less than 200 kilometer, you can join in edge. Otherwise, don't join in edge. Say there are 6 companies, C1 to C6 there. If one is less than say 200 kilometer, you can join in edge. In this way, you can find a beautiful graph structures. Now you get you apply the concept of chromatic number. What is the chromatic number? Let me recap. What is the chromatic number? The minimum number of colors required to color all the vertices in such a way that adjacent vertices do not receive same color. So the solution of this real life problem is nothing but choosing the parameter chromatic number. So that's why my title is various graph parameters. There are more than 1,000 number of different parameters. You choose a particular problem, convert your particular problem into graph theoretical language, choose a proper parameter, apply the proper parameter, get the result, and interpret the physical situation. And because of shortage of time, let me let me go through another. Jackson, shall I take another 5 minutes?
Sir, yes, please, sir. I think Jackson is busy with
Yeah,
another meeting.
yeah,
So please
please.
proceed, sir.
Yeah, again, the shortest spanning tree. Many varieties of applications. Again, graph theory has an excellent proof techniques also. For that, we need what is connected graph, what is complete graph, what is bipart graph, what is Euclidean graph, what is Hamiltonian graph, everything. Even graph theory used in many factories. Suppose in a factory the n jobs are there and different workers are there. Each job JI can be performed by a certain number of workers, and when each worker WJ has been trying to do a certain number of jobs. Now the question is it possible to assign each of the n jobs to a worker who can do that jobs so that no two jobs are assigned the same worker? Your physics and your chemistry will never solve the problem. Mathematics, especially graph theory, has got fantastic solution to the real life problem. Here you can bypass the thing. Even we can solve many of our human related problems using graph. Even a marriage problem, that is a very big problem, but that can be solved with the help of graph theory. Then how to find a minimum number of cell phone tower, how to develop a computer communication network. So many things are available in graph theory. So recently myself and my guide, Professor Palraj Joseph, introduces the concept of chromatic number of the graph, right? Sorry, triple connected dominant number of a graph. The triple connected means any three bits are lie on a path. During war occurs, our navy, our army, and our air force should be interconnected. Even if one fails, through that others we can achieve. Nowadays, a lot of triple connected parameters are built. Strong triple connected, weak triple connected. Even a corona domination number recently we introduced because the induced subgraph is just like the graph structure is a corona cell. So still a lot of openings are there to do the research. As I already told you, since it is an FDP program, you should interact. You should interact. Now another 5 minutes. Another 5 minutes. See, I want to say one thing. Today, as a teacher, we we are facing many problems. Just I wanted to tell another 2 to 3 minutes. The days are gone. இன்னைக்கு ஸ்டூடெண்ட் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நம்ம என்ன சப்ஜெக்ட் எடுக்கிறோமோ அந்த சப்ஜெக்ட் நெட்ல பார்த்துட்டு அவர் ரொம்ப எக்ஸலண்டா இருக்கான். ஸோ அண்ட் வித்தவுட் ப்ரிப்பரேஷன் வி cannot go. And there are 4 categories are available. We cannot change our examination system. For as far as myself is concerned, our teaching methodology should be changed depending upon the nature of the places. One is pure self-financing colleges, either engineering or arts. Another one is aided colleges, is aided colleges. Another one is pure government universities or government colleges. Another one is a research institute. I can classify into 4 different categories. One is pure self-financing colleges. Other one is aided colleges. Other one is pure government colleges or government universities. Other one is research institute. So depending upon the nature of the institute, we must change our teaching technology methodology. If you are in self-financing engineering college, the self-financing colleges, they don't want your teaching excellence. They don't want research. They need result. They need result. They have to produce a Xerox machines. And the self-finance engineering அது போயிட்டு லேப்லாஸ் transformation application 4A series how it comes, what is the necessary and sufficient for லேப்லாஸ் transform, how it exists னா சிலபஸ் முடிக்க முடியாது, ரிசல்ட் வராது, வாத்தியார் மோசமாக ஆயிடுவார். The management of the self-finance engineering colleges will give you a pay only because of your capability to produce 10% result. For that you must change your teaching methodology, right? ரைட்டா? நீ அங்க போயிட்டு நான் ரிசர்ச் ப்ராப்ளம் சால்வ் பண்றேன், எல்சோல பேப்பர் போடுறேன், டெக்னிக்கல் ஒவ்வொரு ஸ்டூடெண்ட் கூட பேப்பர் போட்டீங்கன்னா அங்க கிடைக்காது. If you are in aided college, there also you got to change some sort of liberalization is there. You have to give answer to your management people. Though you are in safer side aided college, you have to satisfy your management people. If you are in pure government, the ball is in your court. You don't bother about the result, right? If you want to teach in depth by skipping many units, nobody will ask a question. Or if you want to do only for just to go through the, nobody can. So if you are in pure government college or government universities, you should change your teaching methodology. And if you are research institute, you forget about the teaching, go for research. You, because there is no examination pattern. Nobody will ask the standard questions. There is no standard corner notes are available. There is no corner, no bazaar notes are available. You can ask only on teaching. But our examination system is, but we have no rights to change our examination system, right? So nowadays many people are blamed. That depends upon your nature of your affiliation, right? So I need your answer from this point of view. இப்போ செல்ஃப் ஃபைனான்ஸ் இன்ஜினியரிங் டீச்சர் வந்து அவள் வந்து எந்த கான்செப்டும் கிளாஸ் போய் கான்செப்ட்லாம் டீச் பண்ணவே முடியாது. இல்லை அப்ளிகேஷன் ஆஃப் லேப்லாஸ் டிரான்ஸ்ஃபர்மேஷன், பியூட்டி ஆஃப் கிராஃப் தியரி, பியூட்டி ஆஃப் டாமினேஷன் செட் ஒரிஜினல் சொன்னால் எந்த கோஷனையும் முடிக்க முடியாது. அவருக்கு வந்து புக்கில் உள்ள கோஷனை படி எழுது மெமரைஸ் பண்ண, எக்ஸாம் எழுது ஒரே புக்கு மாறாமல், just like that private schools at right, then only he can survey. Anybody say it's a FDP program, not a conference, please. Those who are online, Action sir.
I think participants can ask questions.
Yeah.
They have any doubts. The resource person will clarify your doubts.
Yeah, please. Questions are most welcome.
Anybody can ask questions. If there are no questions, I think he will wind up.
Yeah. So, okay, sir. I thank the organizers for giving the opportunity to share some of my thoughts. So, still lot of openings are there to do research in graph theory. The only thing is, you take the existing parameter, put some conditions, and try to find out application part. So, the beauty of graph theory is from the application we can find the definitions. So, still lot of openings are there to do research. Thank you very much for your question. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Magadevan.
Thank you.
Jackson sir, are you there?
Jackson?
He's supposed to be giving the vote of
Okay,
thanks.
Safina, Dr. Safina, if you are ready, you can propose vote of thanks.
Meanwhile, thank you, Magadevan sir, for your insight into applications of graph theory, mathematics basically. I hope this will provide the motivating ground for many of our research students who are still wondering as to where they can apply or what problem to choose on. So there are many problems you have given, and aspiring researchers will definitely find one problem or two problems from your at least one or two from your insight.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Shall we wind up
Ah.
today's discussion? Okay. Thank you,
Shall
all
I leave, sir?
participants.
Thank you very much, sir. Shall I leave, sir?
Yes, sir. Thank
Shall
you,
I
sir.
leave, sir? Okay. Okay.